This is the luxury world. Get inspired with us today and tomorrow. Navigating the realm of Rolex authorized dealers can pose challenges, particularly given the current surge in demand and limited availability. Enhancing the likelihood of a seamless and potentially fruitful experience hinges on steering clear of specific behaviors that might trigger concerns or create an unfavorable impression. In today's video brought to you by the luxury world, we will delve into the responses to the inquiry of what one should avoid saying to a Rolex authorized dealer. If you are interested in learning more about what to say or not to say during a visit to a Rolex 80, then this video is made for you. If you have not already subscribed to our channel, we encourage you to do so now to stay informed about our future videos. The Rolex market stands apart from most other markets in today's world. Rolex watches are in exceptionally high demand, surpassing the available supply by a significant margin. Consequently, official Rolex retailers maintain long waiting lists, creating challenges for prospective buyers to acquire certain models. If you have come across the term Rolex 80 while exploring Rolex watches and are curious about its meaning, it refers to an authorized dealer. Authorized dealers are retail establishments that offer brand new Rolex watches directly from the manufacturer. It is important to distinguish between authorized dealers and non-authorized dealers, which includes individuals or businesses lacking a direct contract with Rolex and, therefore, not receiving watches directly from the Rolex factory. Several terms are used interchangeably with Rolex 80, such as official Rolex jeweler, Rolex agent, or official Rolex retailer. Achieving official dealership status involves adherence to a set of conditions and rules outlined in a Rolex distribution agreement that specifies what the dealer can and cannot do. Achieving official dealership status involves adherence to a set of conditions and rules outlined in a Rolex distribution agreement that specifies what the dealer can and cannot do. This agreement must be signed by the store. Rolex dealers undoubtedly hold a coveted position as they market a product in global demand. However, it is worth noting that some authorized dealers have exceeded their limits, displaying an undeniable sense of arrogance. Now, this video is created to give you ideas on what things you should avoid doing while you're in the Rolex 80. The first piece of advice is to refrain from excessive conversation. Dealing with an authorized Rolex dealer is akin to interacting with law enforcement, where anything said can be used against you. Talking too much might lead to inadvertent statements that could be perceived as making you unsuitable to own a Rolex watch. A Rolex authorized dealer might explicitly convey that the purchase of certain watches is not possible, or they might choose not to provide such information altogether. However, you will discern this. It is crucial to exercise caution and refrain from being overly talkative. Respond thoughtfully to questions, and we wish you a successful interaction. Now, the second point is to avoid stating that you have sold a Rolex watch. Never express sentiments like downsizing or intending to buy something better or more expensive. Uttering such phrases could lead the Rolex authorized dealer to disqualify you, as they aim to sell watches to end users who will appreciate and wear them over an extended period. Dealers are not keen on customers immediately selling watches for profit after leaving the store. The issue arises because many Rolex models sell for more than a suggested retail price due to their rarity and high demand. Consequently, if a customer acquires one, there may be a strong temptation to quickly sell it for a profit. Engaging in such practices may result in being blacklisted, and the authorized dealer may face reprimands if the corporate headquarters becomes aware of it. Thirdly, avoid stating that you are specifically looking for sports models when you enter the store. Refrain from saying, "I'm looking for a sports model," as using the term sport alone might lead the dealer to perceive you as a flipper or someone solely interested in acquiring popular models. This strategy is best avoided, especially if you do not have an established relationship with the dealer. On your first visit, it is advisable to keep your communication minimal. Moving on to the fourth point, when you enter a Rolex authorized dealer, it is advisable not to immediately inquire about the specific watch you desire or the one you have been fascinated with on platforms like YouTube. While you might have your sights set on a GMT or a steel piece, expecting to acquire your ideal watch on the first visit is realistically impractical. Instead, allow the Rolex dealer to guide you on which watch suits you best. They might suggest an entry-level option like an Oyster Perpetual before introducing you to other watches. In some cases, the dealer may even recommend jewelry or a ring first, as they prefer some customers to start with more basic models. Refrain from taking photos or videos when you visit the store. High-end establishments often have policies against customers capturing images or recording videos for distinct reasons. Engaging in such activities may create the impression that your primary intent is to generate content rather than being a serious buyer. Therefore, avoid being the person who takes pictures and always ensure that you leave the store with a positive impression. Moreover, do not assume that you can walk into the store and walk out with a Rolex watch, especially if you are new to Rolex watches and are looking to make your first purchase. It is a newcomer's assumption, and the likelihood of leaving the store with a newly bought Rolex watch on your very first visit is extremely low, particularly in today's market conditions. Therefore, temper your expectations and understand that acquiring a Rolex watch may not happen on your initial visit to the store. Finally, do not approach a Rolex authorized dealer in the same manner as you would at the gray market or secondary market dealers. Interacting with dealers at Rolex authorized dealerships involves an entirely different approach. Furthermore, unlike most dealers in the secondary market, authorized dealers prioritize building a relationship with customers rather than solely focusing on the transaction. Unlike in the secondary market, where dealers may not disqualify you once they have the money, establishing a good rapport with a Rolex authorized dealer is comparable to dating. You cannot expect to request a Daytona or Submariner on your first visit. It only works that way. While there might be an opportunity to acquire a watch if it has not been picked up by a current customer, it is crucial not to assume entitlement. Instead, initiate the relationship by getting to know your salesperson. These salespeople are regular individuals who, like you, enjoy engaging in conversation. Making periodic visits to say hello and gradually building a relationship increases the likelihood that the dealer will think of you when something special arrives at their store. Despite the existence of waiting lists, they are not what most people believe them to be and have no direct connection to Rolex. The waiting list is a compilation created by Rolex authorized dealers, where each dealer maintains a roster of potential customers who may be offered the latest and most sought-after models. To successfully purchase a Rolex watch, the initial crucial step is identifying the right store and connecting with the right salesperson. For those ready to make their first Rolex purchase, having a strong online presence and being financially prepared is key. The ongoing trends in the market, coupled with an increase in production, provide a positive foundation for reshaping our perception and purchasing patterns of Rolex watches. Additionally, the accessibility of comparatively lower prices opens the door for a fresh wave of watch enthusiasts and collectors from a newer generation to engage with and delve into the captivating realm of high-end timepieces. These individuals are not merely opportunists seeking quick gains. Instead, they are ardent enthusiasts genuinely captivated by the world of watches. When the opportunity arises, you will be one step closer to acquiring your first timepiece directly from the dealer. Although obtaining the most popular model on the first attempt may not always be possible, maintaining a positive relationship with an authorized dealer significantly increases your chances of securing a Rolex at the manufacturer's suggested retail price, without succumbing to the markup often associated with the secondary market. We hope that this video has provided useful information, and these tips can enhance your likelihood of obtaining the timepiece you desire from a Rolex authorized dealer. We would love to see your comments and opinions in the comments section below. If you enjoyed the video, we would appreciate it if you let us know by leaving a comment and giving it a thumbs up. Do not forget to follow our channel for more content. Thank you for watching The Luxury World, and we look forward to having you join us in our upcoming videos.